Hello and welcome to another fantasy football video where I review and preview the latest FPL game weeks, and I'm going to have a quick review of game week 5. And as you can see, I'm still above average. I've kept my record of being yet to fall below average, and I've actually gone up from last week. I was in the 600,000s last week, but I've gone up now into more of the elite teams in the overall standings. As you can see, I think that's something like the top inside the top 2% of all managers. So I'm happy with that at the moment, even though I've not had the greatest of starts by any means, and I've already used my triple captain, of course. But my game week this week wasn't great in comparison to others. As you can see, my game week rank was actually not great, with so many managers doing better than me. Over 800,000 actually, having better teams in the week just gone. So I'm going to have a quick rundown of my players for game week 5. I made a mistake getting Romero in my team, and I said that in my last video because I didn't think De Gea would stay past deadline day. So Romero didn't play, and Butland came on, and Jack Butland got 4 points. Butland away at the Emirates wasn't a favourable fixture for Stoke, but Butland's 10 saves was quite a positive points return from that game, and 2 goals conceded, not bad, although I'd have liked him to have kept the score down to 1-0. You can't really argue with 10 saves, 3 points just for that alone, and Butland can only get better this season. He's still yet to keep a clean sheet, but Stoke will come good eventually, I think. I don't think that Stoke have deserved to only have 2 points from the first 5, and I think the performances have been there, but the results haven't. So Wes Morgan, just the 1 point, having conceded 2 goals at home to Villa. And in that game I actually had 4 players in my team. I decided to bench Jack Grealish, which in hindsight was a poor decision, with Grealish getting on the score sheet, and would have got 7 points. And Micah Richards conceded 3 goals, so I was right to bench him. From the same game, Riyad Mahrez has had a great start to the season for Leicester, and he's added 2 assists to his 4 goals in his first 5 games this season, and collected the 3 bonus points for being the man of the match in that game. Again, a star man, and is becoming to look like a must-have and an essential pick at his price, which is just over 6 million. He was 5.5 at the start of the season, but has gone up so much due to his high point scoring in the opening few games. And Joe Gomez and Luke Shaw from the Man United and Liverpool game made up my defence, and I had them just in case the game finished 0-0, but in a week where there were only 7 clean sheets out of a possible 20, Joe Gomez and Luke Shaw both conceded, and Gomez only got 1 point with him conceding 3 goals in that game. so got -1 points for that. And Juan Mata, another good point haul for him. Again, over the 6 point mark. This time was 6 points, and this was for his assist. Last week got 7 points, having scored a goal. But a clean sheet point this week, having gone off the field on the 64th minute. Quite worryingly, actually, because his replacement, Anthony Martial, scored a goal and could take his place in the team. That is, of course, if Memphis Depay keeps his place. So I'm gambling on Mata at the moment, with Martial starting to break into the team. Riyad Mahrez picked up 3 bonus points, as I've said, and 2 assists. Great performance from Mahrez yet again. And Yaya Toure, quite a poor week by his standards, with no goal or assist, and his yellow card cancelled out its clean sheet point. And Dimitri Payet. Payet have been waiting for a good return from for the 3 weeks I've had him in my team, and he didn't get a single assist or goal in that time, but he's been saving up his points for the Monday night game, which I saw in Derby just before a night out. Very nice occasion, and what made it even better was Payet's 2 goals, and a great display from Payet, and hopefully we'll see more of the same from him in the upcoming weeks. He showed why I chose to have him in my team. So Dimitri Payet saved my week from being a really poor one and dropping below average. Bafétimbi Gomis played 90 minutes, and his incredible run of scoring a goal in all the opening 4 games, has come to an end. And Sergio Aguero, my captain, again has let me down for the 3rd week running now, and it's been a poor start to the season for him, even though Man City have looked very good. And hopefully his injury picked up in the first half an hour is only a knock, and he'll be back for Saturday against West Ham. But I won't be captaining him for that one after the last 3 weeks. And Diego Costa again, not living up to his potential, and certainly not being the same Diego Costa of last season. But Chelsea in general haven't been the same team as last season for some unknown reason, really. And just 1 point from him. Costa can only get better though. I ended the week with 48 points, not bad at all really. But the average was 41, so I was 7 points above average in the end. So this is my team for game week 6 then, and go into this week having had a consistent but not particularly brilliant opening few game weeks of the new season. I've decided to get Begovic, and I've sold Romero now that he's United's second choice keeper, with De Gea staying at Old Trafford. I could have had, for the same price, I could have had Mignolet, but Liverpool's defence looks a bit shaky so far this season. Could have also had Fabianski, Swansea's keeper, but I don't think Swansea's great opening few results this season will carry on forever, so I've gone for Begovic, and I think he will help to get Chelsea's season back on track, and they really need to start keeping clean sheets, which I don't think they're far away from doing. A good way to start that would be winning at home to Arsenal, and I think to do that they need to keep a clean sheet, because Arsenal always look like conceding. So I've got Begovic with Courtois out injured. So Begovic will have at least 2 months in the Chelsea goal. And at 5.0 I think he's a snip. Chelsea's fixtures look good as well. Begovic should be getting a clean sheet away at Newcastle, and at home to Southampton as well. Chelsea tend to keep a lot of clean sheets at home, so 5.0 for a Chelsea goalkeeper is very cheap indeed, and he's only selected by 1.7% of teams, so he's a good little differential pick there. I think I'll gain a huge advantage having Begovic in my team. I've decided to captain Yaya Toure, having had Sergio Aguero's captain over the last 3 weeks, but Aguero's let me down. So the armband has been passed to Yaya Toure, who has similar ownership. So I think a lot of people will also be choosing Yaya Toure. I think he's a popular captain choice. And then you've got the likes of Alexis Sanchez and Eden Hazard, who have both had poor starts to the season. At home to West Ham, you'd expect him to make an assist or score a goal. Even if he doesn't score any points for goals and assists, you'd expect him to you'd expect Man City to keep a clean sheet, with them yet to concede a single goal in the opening 5 games. So at least a 6-point haul for Yaya Toure as captain is very much on the cards, and hopefully I can continue on from improvement in the last couple of weeks. I was hit by Luke Shaw's injury as I shoot this video on the Wednesday, with Luke Shaw suffering a horrible leg break at PSV in the Champions League. So unluckily for my team, Luke Shaw has had to drop to the bench, and he'll be out for quite some time. So Mahrez steps in for him, and I'm fairly happy with my team. I just need to figure out a way to get Luke Shaw out of my team. And Payet, even though he picked up 16 points last week, drops to the bench as well, as Man City away is always a tough game. So that's my team for game week 6, and I'd like to know what your team is going into the 6th week of the season.